The Bauchi State chapter of the People's Redemption Party, PRP, has berated the state government and House of Assembly for proposing a budget of 3.4 billion for fueling and travel expenses in 2025. In a statement issued by its State Secretary Wada Abdullahi and made available to journalists in Bauchi, the PRP condemned what is described as a blatant disregard for the welfare of the citizens by the government and legislators. The statement detailed the allocation of 1 billion naira for fueling vehicles and generators at the government house. The PRP also raised alarm over the proposed 1.4 billion budget for travel expenses by the State House of Assembly. It condemned the additional 1 billion naira budgeted by the Office of the Secretary to the state government for international travel. This extravagant spending reflects the gross mismanagement of state resources. While families in Bauchi struggle to make ends meet, our leaders indulge in excess, turning a blind eye to the real needs of the people, he noted. Well, quickly, I would love to get your thoughts about this. 3.4 billion naira for travel and fueling expenses for 2025. Do you think that is too much, or do you think the PRP were exaggerating over these claims?
Politicians in our country are really extravagant. There are important concerns to put in this money. Check Bauchi State. You see, you can agree with me that there are lots of poor people in Bauchi State. By statistics, Bauchi is very, very poor. So why budget such huge amount of money for fueling and traveling? What are they traveling to do? Are they traveling abroad to govern us? We need them here. We need them here to set policies. See, everybody in that assembly or the cabinet of that governor shouldn't travel. Okay? If there are important forums or conferences to attend, government can just delegate 1 or 2 persons to represent the government, come back with feedback. With whatever feedback they will get, they can inculcate it into the policy making. Okay. So why budget such huge amount of money for traveling and fueling? I mean, it's outrageous. They should consider the welfare of the citizens, like education, health. And I know that Bauchi is ravaged with some of these health concerns. So how much did they budget for health? And how do they intend to to improve the health situation of the state, and also the welfare packages for the poor people? What is the governor doing? Is he thinking out of the box to bring the people out of poverty? With such budget, it means they have nothing to offer. They are just there to to repeat what keeps happening. Ideas to for the state budget and all that.
So about the ideas of the word you use, is it and the state
yes,
budget?
Of course, that's what they do.
What do you think this will actually end anytime soon? Because we have had continuous conversations on this over and over and over again about state governors or state governments, taking huge amounts of money and putting a particular term to it. Sometimes you hear they want to buy generator sets, they want to buy air conditioner sets for the government house, they want to, fix the gates, they want to buy gates, they want to fill cars. They just get terms to use to get this particular amount of money from the state's budget. Do you think that this scenario, do you think that this will stop anytime soon, or it's a continuous process that has been accepted in the government of Nigeria, or the practicing government system in Nigeria?
Yes, in my view, it has become endemic. Yes, endemic in the sense that you see administration come, go, they tend to follow such pattern. It has become a norm.
So it's more like a structure that everyone that comes into
Yes,
office
would
have
want
to follow.
to, come up with, little ways of wanting to steal from the coffers of the state. I mean, that isn't about leadership, because leadership should be about the people. Anything you can deliver to the people that will improve the lives of the people, it means you have delivered quality leadership to the people. Anything outside that means you can't offer the people nothing. So my question is, why would a right-thinking leader come up with such outrageous amount of money for traveling and fueling? To tell you that the legislators today we have are not being pragmatic and honest to the people. If they are, why can't they question that budget? Why? Okay, how many state legislators here in Nigeria can we vouch that they actually screen the budget properly? Ordinarily, a budget shouldn't be passed in a hurry. But we see here, a governor will present a budget to the assembly. The next day you hear, oh yeah, they pass it. That's wrong. That's wrong. They ought to scrutinize the budget ministry by ministry. Invite the various commissioners manning the various ministries, ask questions. Because you need to know how they intend to expend the money to get results. If all the proper monitoring and evaluation are not in place, how will you properly execute a budget? So with their body language, it simply means that the leadership in Bauchi State are not being honest with the people. And I think it is wrong. They need to redirect their steps, because the economy is so dwindling. So why come up with such figures that will not even impact on the lives of the people, or even impact on the economy of Bauchi? What is the state doing to revive agriculture? Bauchi is agriculturally variable. What efforts is the state making to revive agriculture? What complementing efforts are they doing with the security agencies to make sure that there is security in Bauchi? This should be more of concern. Education, health, agriculture should be more of concern.
Because these funds are state-generated funds that's supposed to be used for the people that you actually govern.
So why budget it for traveling? And you see, I feel so pained most time when I hear, our leaders are traveling. Most times the travel are personal, personal travels, not official. It has nothing to do with government. Ordinarily, as a governor, the only time you can make personal travel is during your vacation. When you on leave, you can't. Otherwise, where are you going to? Anything travel has to be official, either state invitation, maybe a state in Kansas, state of Kansas in US inviting a governor in River State, possibly on technological exchange or viewing. Hey, my partner, this is what I want you to replicate in your state. Come. I wouldn't want to mention a state governor here in River State in the past, when I remember a governor in Canada, I think somewhere in Canada, yes, invited him to come and view a state of, I think that was a hospital. Okay, he went there, he saw the facilities. Believe me, he replicated that in River State. I wouldn't want to mention his name. So what I'm saying in essence is, these travels, if it wouldn't impact on the people, there isn't any need to travel. I see it as a waste of funds.
Quickly, Barrister Nnamdi, let me ask you this. Do you think most governors have the intent of the people at heart? As they promise during campaigns, we see that they make lots of promises to the people. I will do this, I have this agenda, I'm going to do this, I'll put this in place, and eventually it turns out to be something else, and then things like this turn up where they have to spend billions of funds on personal gains. Do you think they have the intent of people at heart?
speaking truth to power, I have not seen any who really mean well for the people. If you are called to serve the people, what do? You come up with ideas that can ameliorate, the hardship the people are facing. You come up with so many things. You come up with policies that will encourage businesses, policies that will encourage foreign direct investments, and all that. But what do we hear in Nigeria? We only hear of the monthly allocations. The governors are only interested in what comes from Abuja and what comes internally from their revenue sources.
Okay.
So I have not really. I stand to be corrected. Okay. I want to see a governor who has really thought out of the box, invested in something that generates revenue for the people, then invest the revenue on the lives of the people. We want that. I want to see that. It's all about, monthly allocation, we received so amount of money. We are doing this. We have paid workers. That shouldn't be governance. Governance should be more of proactiveness. Governance should be solution driven. Because as far as I'm concerned, there are lots of challenges on the table.
Yes.
But when they come in during campaigns, they will make bogus promises. At the end, they will achieve little. So, to me, it's all about self and not the people.
Okay.